Get out, alright? Hello! Okay, giant audience, I'm obsessed. I just did a show right before this at the Pastizzi Cafe across the street. Hell yeah, love Pastizzi. Buongiorno. Very different vibe. It was like two to three tables of couples sort of just eating Pastizzi. And then I show up here and it's like rock and roll vibe. It's like, okay, I have a sold out stadium, I'm famous vibes. No, I love it, okay? Let me tell you a little about me. Actually, wait, no, wait, have you guys been talked to a lot in the front?
Not enough.
Not enough? Okay, if I talk to you and you're saying no, you're shaking your head, you're like, don't you dare, I hate you, okay, fair enough. Absolutely, I respect it. Okay, you there, you with the pink hair. I'm looking at you, glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, keep them on. What's your name? James. Hell yeah, rock and roll. Has someone already spoken to you?
Yes.
Are you lying?
Yes.
James, you can't lie to me. Make me look like a fool. I'm here to be taken very seriously, okay? So don't fuck with me, guys. Don't laugh at me, alright? That's not what we're here for, okay. Imagine I'm a singer, I start singing. Actually, hold on. Stop, back to me. It's really hard to talk when you keep laughing. Okay. So, no, for real, this has been happening to me a lot lately, for real, because, you know, COVID is over, apparently. So, I've been back to my favorite hobby, getting drunk at parties. Yes, queen. But I find okay, really, every time that I get really drunk at a party lately, I end up in a one-on-one conversation with someone, like a really intense one-on-one conversation, where I'm like drunk, and I'm like, no one knows this about me, but I'm a really good singer. And then I'm like, Thank you. And then they go, you are a really good singer. It happens so often, like in the corner of the room, my friends are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I've realized it's because I really do think I'm a really good singer. I spend that much time in my car, like, yes! Good to have self-confidence. So, yes, here we go, I'm back. I actually, in the last 6 months, was diagnosed with ADHD. Yeah, thank you. God, supportive crowds. Most crowds are like, what's that, you brat? And then I play along and we have fun. So we know it's awesome, ADHD, and actually, never mind. So, just in my head, I was like, they might not like the joke because they're so supportive. Okay, I'm spiraling. Whatever. I told the doctor, the psychiatrist, I was like, this is a huge relief to me because my whole life I've had a lot of trouble with my brain. I've lost jobs and I was bad in school because I can't remember anything and it's not good. So I was like, this is really a huge deal, you know? Like, I got to a point where I just thought I was dumb. And he was like, well, you are, but you also have ADHD. Okay, we love it. any straight guys in the room at all? Really? Are you being silent? They're being silent? Okay, shy. Okay, great. Well, I'm not gonna point you out. I'm not gonna out you. That's not my deal. I believe in safe spaces. I'm a white gay man. We invented safe spaces, okay? That's sarcastic. We're the worst. Okay, so... we're the worst! So, if you're straight, no big deal. You've ever thought, how do I know if I'm gay? This is how you can know if you're gay. So if you've ever been on public transport and you've made eye contact with another guy, you're gay. You feel it. Or if you've ever got on an escalator, you got on the step right behind another guy. So close, but you couldn't step back and you just sort of rode up the whole way and you held your body back so your crotch didn't touch. You're gay? You gay? And if you've ever thought about having sex with men, oh my god, I forgot that there's people up in the balcony. Okay, they sold 1 million tickets. God, it's good to do a good show. So, oh my god, it feels like I'm like, don't tell me not to live, just sing that. Stop. I'm gonna lose all my time, guys. Oh, and if you've thought, I go back to the joke, I hate it. If you've thought about having sex with guys, you could be bi. That's that on that. Thank you. Another little fun fact about me, y'all, is that I'm really, really good at blowjobs. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can ask any guy here. 5 stars, absolutely. With a mouth this big, you'd hope so, you know what I mean? It's like, and yeah, we come through. I'm trying to pick up, weird, okay? Just kidding. So, what else about me, guys? Oh, do you guys like impressions? Yeah, okay, great. So, a few years ago I was in London and I saw this British lady open a box of chocolates and she didn't like what she found inside. And this is what that looked like. Okay, here we go. What? This is my impression of a very fancy lady dropping a trifle. Okay, here we go. I do that alone at home and it makes me laugh. I think it's so funny. Imagine me doing that and then people not laughing. They're like, no, it doesn't look like that. Okay. And this is my impression. This is my impression of the New South Wales Premier, Gladys Berejiklian. Okay, here we go. This is Gladys. Yeah. Oh, poor Gladys. Oh, she loves a casino. Okay, so I've been up here for 40 years, haven't I? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. So I'm going to tell you a little story about dating Yasqueen in COVID. So last year, we didn't know what was going on with the virus, and I got on Tinder because it was like you can't see people, so it was like let's chat. And I matched with this guy, and he was awesome. He was like really hot and like cool, and we chatted for like it was like 2.5 months of chatting, which is like pretty full on. If you're queer and you've been on dating apps, that's pretty fucked up. That's a long time. And so we were chatting, and then eventually like we got to that point of COVID where we were like, okay, let's start breaking the rules. Just kidding, we didn't do that. And he was like, do you want to come over to my house? And we hang out and we meet for the first time. And I was like, yes, that would be awesome. I would absolutely love that. So we teed it up and he sent me his address. And I drove over in my Mazda 2. And I arrived and then I realized that he had only sent me a street. So there was a sort of like no number of a house, and I was like, okay, interesting. So I messaged him, and I was like, hey, I think I'm here, but I don't. What's your house number? You didn't send the house number, and he just responds, oh yeah, all good. I'm in the Hyundai tinted van. Yeah. So we realized that this man that I've sort of been speaking to for almost 3 months now has lied to me about not living in a house, you know, which is and you know who knows how many other things. So, you know, I sort of came to this crossroads of like, you know, do I, you know, what do I do here? And you know, I think you have to take into account, like, you know, your self-respect and, you know, your history. So I'm in the van, and I got in the van! Of course I did! Of course! That's lovely! So I got in the van, and we hooked up in the van, you guys. Hell yeah! We hooked up in the van. That's rock and roll. We hooked up in the van, and those windows were tinted. I checked, because it was the middle of the day, and there were women and children walking around. It's in Leichhardt, absolutely. Beautiful neighborhood, love that. And so then we hooked up in the van. Oh, huge dick. Whoa, where'd that come from? Am I right? Crazy. Every time I encounter a huge dick, I like to hold it in my hand and then shake it. And it's more reassuring than any handshake I've ever experienced. Like, you can sign a contract with that. It's incredible. Oh my god, my coworker at my old retail job, he is gay, good for him, and that was funny. Okay, sorry. He's gay, and he was like, we were talking about like hookups and dating or whatever, and like a pretty, you know, chill, general, work-safe terms. And then he was like, I love big dicks. And I was like, yeah, me too. And in my head I'm like, okay, this is sexual harassment, but it's absolutely, we're gay, so it's fine. So I was like, yeah, oh my god, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I love them so much, I don't do any smaller than 9 inches. 9 inches? That's a lot of length. What are you trying to find up there? You lost your one airport? That's fucked up. 9 inches? What about the girth? Okay. So anyway, back to me in the van. So yeah, I'm in the van, we hook up, awesome, and then afterwards we're sort of laying there on the carpeted floor, and we're chatting, making small talk, and I'm thinking, what is happening? And we're talking about COVID, and he's like, oh, like, this sucks. And I was like, yeah, I know, it's the worst. Oh. And he's like, yeah, it's bullshit. I was like, yeah, you're right. It's so annoying. And he's like, no, I think it's a bullshit conspiracy invented by the Illuminati. And he really goes on this long tangent where I'm sitting there realizing, you know, this is a lot worse than I expected. And I don't really have like a funny end to the story. But we are going on another date tomorrow, so.